unfortunate fellow, we drown in the shimmering pool. Jealousy yellow, unfortunate fellow, we drown in the shimmering pool. Gondolieri, tra-la-la-la-la, 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 tra-la-la-la-la. As all are young and fair, and amiable besides, we really do not care a preference to declare. A bias to disclose would be indelicate. So therefore we propose to let impartial fate select for us a mate.
A bias to disclose would be indelicate.
But how do they propose to let impartial fate select for them a mate? These handkerchiefs upon our eyes be good enough to buy,
And take good care that both of us are absolutely blind.
then turn us round and we, with all convenient dispatch, will undertake to marry any two of you we catch.
They undertake to marry any two of us they catch. If you're blinded, truly say so.
All right-minded players play so.
What the shady they are treating, surely they deserve. Beating this too much is made it fucking conduct such as truly shocking. You can spy such a person, you can spy such a person, you can spy myself.
You can see so,
You can see My papa, he keeps 3 horses, black and white and double razor. Turn 3 times and take your courses, catch whichever girl you may serve.
My papa, he keeps 3 horses, black and white and dapple grey sun. Turn 3 times, then take your courses, catch whichever girl you may serve.
My papa, he keeps 3 horses, black and white and double razor.
I've at length achieved a capture. This is Tessa. Rapture, rapture.
To me, Janetta fate has granted.
the Spanish shore, the noble Duke of Plazator,
and his Grace's Duchess true, and his Grace's daughter too,
And his Grace's private drum to Venetia's shores have come, to Venetia's shores have come.
and if ever they get back to Spain, they will never cross the sea again. They will never cross the sea again.
neither that grandee from the Spanish shore, the noble Duke of Plazator,
For his Grace's Duchess daughter true, will be at his Grace's daughter too.
Nor his Grace's own particular drum to Venetia's shores will come, to Venetia's shores will come.
If ever they get back to Spain, they will never cross the sea again. They will never cross the sea again. They will never
cross the sea again. At last we have arrived at our destination. There is the ducal palace, and it is there that the Grand Inquisitor resides. As a Castilian hidalgo of 95 quarterings, I should have preferred to pay my state visit on a horse. As a Castilian hidalgo of that description, I should have preferred to ride through the streets of Venice, but owing no doubt to an unusually wet season, the streets are in such a condition that equestrian exercise is impracticable. No matter, where is our suite?
Oh, Your Grace, I am here.
Why do you not do yourself the honour to kneel when you address his Grace?
My love, it is so small a matter, but you may as well do it.
The young man seems to entertain but an imperfect appreciation of the respect due from a menial to a Castilian hidalgo.
I'm sure the offence was not intended as a slight.
Papa, I've no patience for the presumption of persons in his plebeian position. If he does not appreciate that position, let him be whipped until he does.
Well, I should be much hurt if I thought he meant any offence. And so should he. Where are the halberdiers who were to have escorted us here, that our visit might be made in becoming state?
Alas, Your Grace, the halberdiers are mercenary fellows, and they stipulated for a trifle on account.
How tiresome! Let us hope that the Grand Inquisitor is a blind gentleman. And the bands that were to have accompanied us here? I see no band.
Alas, Your Grace, the band are sordid persons and required to be paid in advance.
Oh!
That is so like a band. But surely they know his Grace.
Exactly, they know his Grace.
Well, then let us hope that the Grand Inquisitor is a deaf gentleman. I don't know. According to our piston would have been something. I say, you don't possess the accomplishment of tootling like the cornet our piston.
Alas, no, Your Grace. I can imitate a farmyard if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my poor lad.
Well, I don't see how that will help us. I don't see how we can bring it in.
It would not help us in the least. We are not a parcel of graziers come to a market. Don't!
Oh, my love, our sweet feelings. Be so good as to ring the bell and inform the Grand Inquisitor that His Grace the Duke of Plazator, Baron Picadoro, Count Matadoro, and suite have arrived and seek
Desire.
Demand.
and demand an audience.
Your Grace has but to command.
I felt sure of it. And now, my child, shall we tell her? Yes, I my child, it is my agreeable duty to reveal to you a secret which should make you the happiest young lady in all Venice.
A secret?
A secret which for state reasons it has been necessary to preserve for over 20 years.
When you were a prattling babe of 6 months old, you were wed, by proxy,
to no less a personage than the infant son and heir of the immeasurably wealthy King of Barataria.
Married to the infant son of the King of Barataria? Was I consulted? Then it was a most unpardonable liberty.
Oh, consider his extreme youth and forgive him. Shortly after the ceremony, that misguided monarch abandoned the creed of his forefathers and became a Wesleyan Methodist of the most bigoted and persecuting type. The Grand Inquisitor, desiring that the innovation not be perpetuated in Barataria, caused your smiling husband to be stolen and conveyed to Venice. A fortnight since, the Methodist monarch and all his Wesleyan court were killed in an insurrection. So we have come to Venice to find your husband and to acclaim you, our daughter, as Her Majesty, the Queen of Barataria.
Your Majesty.
It's at times like these that one feels the necessity of travelling with a full band.
I'm the Queen of Barataria, but I've nothing to wear. We are practically penniless.
The point had not escaped me. Although I am at present in straitened circumstances, my social influence is something enormous. And a company to be called the Duke of Plausatorio Limited is in course of formation to work with me. An influential directorate has been secured, and I myself shall join the board after allotment.
Am I to understand that the Queen of Barataria may be called upon at any time to witness her honoured sire in process of liquidation?
The speculation is not exempt from that drawback. If your father should stop, it would be necessary, of course, to wind him up.
But it's so undignified. It's so degrading. A grandee of Spain turned into a public company. Such a thing was never heard of.
My child, a Plausatoro doesn't follow fashions. He leads them. He always leads everybody. When he was in the army, he led his regiment. He sometimes led them into action. He invariably led them out of it.
In enterprise of martial kind, if there was any fighting, he led his regiment from behind. He found it less exciting. But when away that regiment ran, his place was at the foro. That celebrated, cultivated, underrated nobleman, the Duke of Plausatoro. In the first and foremost fight, he always ran at night. That celebrated, cultivated, underrated nobleman, the Duke of Plausatoro. When to evade destruction's hand, to hide they all proceeded. No soldier in that gallant band hid half as well as he did. He lay concealed throughout the war, and so preserved his glory. That undefected warrior, the Duke of Plausatoro. In perfect outdoor he always took the lead. That unaffected, undetected, well-connected warrior, the Duke of Plausatoro. When told that they would all be shot unless they left their service, that hero hesitated not, so marvellous his nervous. He sent his resignation in, the first of all his horror. That very knowing, overflowing, easygoing paladin, the Duke of Plausatoro. To the men of Rosa Playa, he always showed the way. That very knowing, overflowing, easygoing paladin, the Duke of Plausatoro. That very knowing, overflowing, easygoing paladin, the Duke of Plausatoro.
beloved, thy cold disdain, it gives no pain. 'Tis mercy played in masquerade, our well-beloved. Our well-beloved, our well-beloved, thine earthly crown is but a gown that serves to dress thy gentleness. Our
Louis, what have you said? What have I done? What have I allowed you to do?
Nothing, I trust, that you'll ever have any reason to repent.
Nay, Louis, I have embraced you for the last time.
Casilda?
I have just learned, to my surprise and indignation, that I was married in infancy to the infant son of the King of Barataria.
The son of the King of Maritaria? The child who was stolen in infancy by the Inquisition?
The same. But of course you know his story.
Know his story? Why, I've often told you that my mother was the nurse into whose care he was entrusted.
True. I had forgotten. Well, he has been discovered, and my father has brought me here to claim his hand.
But Casilda, surely you will not recognize this marriage? When it was contracted, you were too young to understand its import.
Nay, Louis, respect my principles and cease to torture me with vain entreaties. Henceforth, my life's another's.
But stay. The present and the future, they are another's. But the past, that is ours alone, and none can take it from us. Since we can revel in naught else, let us revel in that.
I don't think I grasp your meaning.
Yet it is logical enough. You say you cease to love me?
I say I may not love you.
Ah, but you do not say that you did not love me.
I loved you with a frenzy that words are powerless to express, and that but 10 brief minutes since.
Well then, my own, that is to say until 10 minutes since, my own. My lately loved, my recently adored. Say that until, say, a quarter of an hour ago, I was all in all to thee.
I see your idea. It's ingenious. But don't do that.
Casilda, there can be no harm in reveling in the past.
None whatever, but an embrace cannot be taken to act retrospectively.
Perhaps not. Oh, Casilda, you were to me as the sun is to the earth.
And now our love, so full of life, is but a silent, solemn memory.
Casilda, must it be so?
Louis, it must be so.
There was a time forever gone. Oh, woe is me. It was no crime to love but thee alone. Oh, woe
My child, allow me to present his distinction, Don Alhambra del Bolero, the Grand Inquisitor of Spain. It was his distinction who so thoughtfully abstracted your infant husband and conveyed him to Venice.
Aha! So this is the little lady who is so unexpectedly called upon to assume the functions of royalty? Very nice little lady, too.
Jim, isn't she?
Distinctly, Jim! Allow me. Ah, naughty temper.
You must make some allowance. Her Majesty's head is a little turned by her recent access of dignity.
I could have wished that Her Majesty had turned her recent access of dignity in this direction.
Unfortunately, if I am not mistaken, there appears to be some little doubt as to His Majesty's whereabouts.
A doubt as to his whereabouts? Then we may yet be safe.
Ah, doubt? No doubt at all. No, he is here in Venice, plying the modest and yet picturesque calling of a gondolier. I can give you his address. Why, I see him every day. In the entire annals of our history, there is absolutely no circumstance so entirely free from any kind of any doubt whatsoever. Listen! I'll tell you all about it. I swore the prince that I brought him here and left him gaily prattling, but a highly respectable gondolier who promised the boy when a babe to rear and teach him the trade of a time with his own beloved prattling. Both of the babes were strong and stout, considering all things clever, for that there is no manner of doubt, no probable cause for shadow of doubt, no possible doubt whatever.
No possible doubt whatever.
But owing I much disposed to fear to his terrible taste for tippling, that highly respectable gondolier would never declare with a mind sincere which of the two is his offspring dear, and which the royal stripling, which was which he could never make out despite his best endeavour. Of that there is no manner of doubt, no probable possible shadow of doubt, no possible doubt whatever.
No possible doubt whatever.
Time spared, and when at the end of the year I sought that infant cherished, that highly respectable gondolier was lying a corpse on his humble bier, I dropped a Grand Inquisitor's tear. Oh, so young. Why? That gondolier had perished, a taste for drink combined with gout had doubled him up forever. Of that there is no manner of doubt, no probable possible shadow of doubt, no possible doubt whatever.
No possible doubt whatever.
The children followed his old career, this statement can't be parried. A highly respectable gondolier, well, one of the two who will soon be here. But which of the two it is not quite clear is the royal prince you marry. Search in and out and round about, but you'll discover never a tale so free from every doubt, no probable possible shadow of doubt, no possible doubt whatever.
A tale so free from every doubt, no probable possible shadow of doubt, no possible doubt whatever.
Without any doubt of any kind whatever. But be reassured, the nurse to whom your husband was entrusted is the mother of that musical young man who is such a past master of this delicately modulated instrument. She can, no doubt, establish the king's identity beyond all question.
How on earth could he possibly have known that?
Ah, my young friend. A Grand Inquisitor is always up to date. His mother is at present the wife of an old established brigand who carries on an extensive practice in the mountains around Cordoba. Accompanied by two of my emissaries, he will settle at once for his mother's address. She will then return with him, and
If she finds any difficulty in making up her mind, the persuasive influence of the torture chamber will jog her memory. Without unseemly wrangle, such complications frequently occur. Life is one closely complicated tangle. Death is the only tolerable. Tiny lifelong we can never straighten out life's tangled skein. Why should we in vain endeavor, guess and guess and guess again? Life's a pudding full of plums.
Here's a canker that becomes.
Life's a pudding full of plums. Cares a canker that benumbs. For waste, for and occlusion, or impossible solution, life's a pleasant institution. Let us take it as it comes. Let us take it as it comes. Set aside the dull enigma, we shall guess it all too soon. Failure brings a kind of steam, but we dance return. String alive and feel the love, yes, the sorrow just. String alive, fill the cup, lest on sorrow we should sup. Hop and skip to fancy's fiddle, hands across and down the middle. Life's perhaps the only riddle that we shrink from giving up. Life's perhaps the only riddle that we shrink from giving up. Then take it as it comes, take it as it comes. String the life, fill the cup, rest on sorrow we should sup. Take life as it
What's a bachelor? A mere nothing. He's a chrysalis. He can't be said to live, he exists.
What a delightful institution, managers. Why have we wasted all this time? Why didn't we marry 10 years ago?
Because you couldn't find anybody nice enough because you were waiting for us.
I suppose that was the reason. We were waiting for you without knowing it. Oh, hello. We weren't expecting you.
Ah, my young friend. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Good morning.
If this gentleman is an undertaker, it's a bad omen.
A ceremony of some sort going on, perhaps.
He is an undertaker. No, we're following all the guidelines. Just a little unimportant family gathering, that's all. Nothing in your line.
Somebody's birthday, I suppose.
Yes, mine. And mine.
And mine.
And mine.
Curious coincidence, and how old may you all be?
It's a rude question, but about 10 minutes.
Remarkably fine children. Surely you are jesting.
In other words, we were married about 10 minutes since.
Married? You don't mean to say you are married?
Oh, yes, we are married.
What, both of you?
All four of us.
Oh, caramba! Bless my heart, how extremely unfortunate.
You don't mind, I suppose. You weren't thinking of us for yourself, I presume. Oh, Giuseppe, look at him. He was. He's heartbroken.
I wasn't.
Now, my man,
Oh.
we don't need anything in your line today, and if your curiosity is satisfied, you can go.
You mustn't call me your man. It's a liberty. I don't think you know who I am.
Not we, indeed. We are jolly gondoliers, the sons of Battisto Palmieri, who led the last revolution. Republicans, heart and soul, we hold all men to be equal. As we abhor oppression, we abhor kings. As we detest vainglory, we detest rank.
As we despise effeminacy, we despise wealth. We are Venetian gondoliers, your equals in everything except our calling, and in that, at once, your masters and your servants.
Hear, hear.
Bless my heart, how unfortunate. Now, one of you may be Baptisto's son, for all I know to the contrary, but the other is no less a personage than the only son of the late king of Barataria.
What?
And I trust, it was the one who slapped me on the back and called me his man.
What is it? But which is it?
Well, what does it matter? Since you are both Republicans and hold kings in absolute detestation, of course you will abdicate at once. Good morning!
Well, as to that, there are kings and kings. When I say I detest kings, I mean I detest bad kings.
I see! It is a delicate distinction.
Quite so. I can conceive of a king, an ideal king, the creature of my fancy, you know, who would be absolutely unobjectionable. A king, for instance, who would abolish taxes and make everything cheap except gondolas.
And give a great many free entertainments to the gondoliers.
And set off fireworks on the Grand Canal and engage all the gondolas for the occasion.
And scramble money on the Rialto among the gondoliers.
Such a king would be a blessing to his people. And if I were king, that's the sort of king I would be.
And so would I.
Come. I'm glad to find your objections are not insuperable.
Oh, they're not insuperable.
No, they're not insuperable.
Besides, we are open to conviction.
Yes, they are open to conviction. Oh, they've often been convicted.
Oh.
Our views may have been hastily formed on insufficient grounds. They may be crude, ill-digested, erroneous. Besides, I've a very poor opinion of a politician who's not open to conviction.
Oh, he's a fine fellow. Yes, that's the sort of politician for my money.
Then we will consider it settled. Now, as the country is in a state of insurrection, it is vital that you assume the reins of government at once. And until it is ascertained which of you is to be king, I have arranged that you will reign jointly, so that no doubt can arise as to the validity of any of your acts.
As one individual.
As one individual.
Like this?
Yes, something like that.
And we may take our friends with us and give them places about the court.
Of course, it is always done, so it's done.
I'm convinced.
So am I!
Yes, we'll just run home and pack up.
Stop! This will not do. Senoritas are not admitted.
What?
Not admitted. Not at present. Afterwards, perhaps we'll see.
Why, you don't mean to say you're going to separate us from our wives?
It is very awkward. Only for a time. A few months, after all. What is a few months?
But we've only been married half an hour. Kind sir, you cannot have the heart our lives to part from those to whom an hour ago we were united. Before a flowing hopes you stem, I look at them and pause before you till is blown uninvited. You men can never understand that heart and hand cannot be separated when we go yearning. You say you've only women's eyes to idolize and only women's hearts. Poor man. kind, some source of unexplained delight, unless you're jesting. But what attracts you, I confess, I cannot guess. To me, a woman's face is quite uninteresting. If from my sister I were torn, it could be borne. I should no doubt be horrified, but I could bear it. But Marco's quite another thing. He is my king. He has my heart and mind. Beside, shall ever share it. You will never understand that woman's heart is one with woman's hand.
Do not give way to this uncalled for grief. Your separation will be very brief. To ascertain which is the king and which the other, to Barataria spot or bring his foster mother. A former nursling to declare shall be delighted. Well, that's settled. Let each happy pair be reunited.
Viva! His argument is strong. Viva! We love him out to go. Viva! It will be settled soon. Viva! They come to honeymoon. Viva! Viva! Viva!
Then one of us will be a queen and sit on a golden throne, with a crown instead of a hat on her head, and time was often worn, with a beautiful robe of gold and green. I've always understood. I wonder whether she'd wear a feather. I rather think she should.
Oh, 'tis the glorious thing I mean to be a regular royal queen. No half and half affair, I mean no half and half affair, but right down regular royal queen.
She'll drive about in a carriage and pair with the king on her left-hand side, with a milk-white horse as a matter of course whenever she wants to ride, with a beautiful silver shoes to wear upon her dainty feet, with endless stocks of beautiful frocks, and as much as she wants to eat.
Oh, 'tis the glorious thing I mean to be a regular royal queen. No half and half affair, I mean no half and half affair, but right down regular royal queen.
Whenever she condescends to walk, be sure she'll shine at that. With her haughty stare and her nose in the air like a well-born aristocrat. At elegant high society talk, she'll bear away her burden with her howdy-do and her how are you, and I trust I see you well.
Oh, 'tis the glorious thing I mean to be a regular royal queen. No half and half affair, I mean no half and half affair, but right now regular royal queen. And noble lords will scrape and bow and double themselves in two, and open their eyes in blank surprise at whatever she likes to do. And everybody will roundly vow she's fair as flowers in May, and say, how clever! And whatsoever she condescends to say, oh, 'tis the glorious thing I mean to be a regular royal queen. No half and half affair, I mean no half and half affair, but right now regular royal queen. Oh, 'tis a glorious thing I mean to be a regular royal queen. Right down regular royal queen. Wales is the cause, this regard,
we object to pavilions and palaces? How can they respect our republican fallacies?
For everyone who feels inclined, suppose we undertake to find congenial with his frame of mind, and all shall equal be.
The Chancellor in his baroque, the Earl, the Marquis, and the Duke, the groom, the butler, and the cook, they all shall equal be.
The aristocrat who banks with goods, the aristocrat who hunts and shoots, the aristocrat who cleans our woods, they all shall equal be.
The noble lord who rules the state, the noble lord who cleans the plate,
The noble lord who scrubs the plate, they all shall equal be.
the Lord High Bishop orthodox, the Lord High Coachman on the box.
The Lord High Vagabond in the stocks, they all shall equal be.
For everyone who feels inclined, suppose we undertake to find congenial with his frame of mind, congenial with his frame of mind, that all shall equal be. Sing high, sing low, wherever they go. Sing high, sing low, wherever they go. Wherever they go, wherever they go, they all shall equal be.
Sing high, sing low, wherever they go. Sing high, sing low, wherever they go.
Wherever they go, wherever they go, they all shall equal be.
Conflicting feelings rend my soul apart. The thought of royal dignity elates me, but leaving thee hardly breaks my heart.
Farewell, my love, on board you must be getting. But while upon the seas you'll gaily roam, remember that a heart for thee is fretting. The tender little heart you've left at home. Now, Margot, dear, my wish is here when you're away. It's understood you will be good and not too gay. To every trace of maiden grace you will be blind, and will not glance by any chance on womankind. If you are wise, you'll shut your eyes till we arrive, and not address a lady less than 45. You please to frown on every gown that you may see, and I bet you won't forget you've married me. And oh, my darling, oh, I bet whatever it is you may forget, yonder
whom you can order right and left with absolute impunity, who put their subjects at their ease by doing all they can to please, and thus to earn their bread and cheese seize every opportunity, and thus to earn their bread and cheese seize every opportunity. We act in perfect unity. We act in perfect unity.
Of happiness, the very breathing parents, every you may see, on board the king's temple, be revolving high equality. Rhetorical equality, temperate equality.
Gentlemen, we are much obliged to you for your expressions of satisfaction and good feeling. I say we are much obliged to you for your expressions of satisfaction and good feeling.
We heard you.
We are delighted at any time to fall in with sentiments so charmingly expressed.
That's all right.
At the same time, there is just one tiny grievance which we should like to ventilate.
What?
Don't be alarmed, it's nothing serious. Now, it is arranged that until it is decided which of us two is the actual king, that we are to act as one person.
Exactly.
Now, although we act as one person, we are, in point of fact, two persons.
I wouldn't worry about that. That's a legal fiction, and legal fictions are solemn matters. I mean, situated as we are, we can't recognise two independent responsibilities.
No, but you can recognise two independent appetites. It's all very well to say we act as one person, but when you supply us with only one ration between us, I should describe it as a legal fiction carried a little too far.
It's a rather nice point. I don't like to express an opinion offhand. Perhaps we reserve it for argument before the full court.
Yes, but what are we to do in the meantime?
We want our tea!
I suppose we could make an interim order for double rations on their majesties entering into the usual undertaking to indemnify in the event of an adverse decision.
What?
Yes, I think that would be the case. But you must work hard. Stick to it. Nothing like work.
Oh, certainly. We quite understand that a man who holds a magnificent position of king should do something to justify it. We are called Your Majesty. We are allowed to buy ourselves magnificent clothes. Our subjects frequently nod to us in the streets. All the sentries frequently return our salutes. And we hold the inestimable privilege of heading the subscription lists to all the principal charities. In return for these advantages, the least we could do is make ourselves useful about the palace. Rising early in the morning, we proceed to light the fire. Then a majesty adorning in its workaday attire, we embark without delay on the duties of the day. First we polish off some batches of political dispatches and foreign politicians circumvent. Next, if business isn't heavy, we may hold a royal levy or ratify some acts of parliament. Next, we probably review the household troops with the usual shallow-hopes and shallow-hoops, or receive with ceremonial and state an interesting Eastern potentate. After that, we generally go and dress our private rally. It's a rather nervous duty. He's a touchy little man. Writes some letters literary for our private secretary. He is shaky in his spelling, so we help him if he can. Then in view of cravings inner, we go down and order dinner. Then we polish the regalia and the coronation plate. Spend an hour in titivating all our gentlemen in waiting, or we run on little errands for the ministers of state. Oh, philosophers may sing of the troubles of a king, but the duties are delightful and the privilege is great. But the privilege and pleasure that we treasure beyond measure is to run on little errands for the ministers of state.
Oh, philosophers may sing of the troubles of the king, but the duties are delightful and the privilege is great. But the privilege and pleasure that we treasure beyond measure is to run on little errands for the ministers of state.
After lunch and making merry on a bun and glass of sherry, if we're nothing in particular to do. We may make a proclamation or receive a deputation, then we'll possibly create a peer or two. Then we help a fellow creature on his path, with the garter or the thistle or the bar. Or we dress and toddle off in semi-state to a festival, a function, or a fete. Then we go and stand on sentry at the palace private entry, marching hither, up and down and to and fro, while the warrior on duty goes in search of beer and beauty, and it generally happens that he hasn't far to go. He relieves us if he's able, just in time to lay the table. Then we dine and serve the coffee, and at 12:30 or 1, with a pleasure that's emphatic, we retire to our attic with the gratifying feeling that our duty has been done. Oh, philosophers may sing of the troubles of a king, but the pleasures there are many, and of worries there are none. And the culminating pleasure that we treasure beyond measure is the gratifying feeling that our duty has been done. Oh,
philosophers may sing of the troubles of a king, but the pleasures there are many, and of worries there are none. And the culminating pleasure that we treasure beyond measure is the gratifying feeling that our duty has been done.
They're all so kind and considerate. You never see them wanting to do this or wanting to do that or saying, it's my turn now. No, they let us have all the fun to ourselves and never seem to grudge it.
It makes one feel quite selfish. It almost seems like taking advantage of their good nature.
How nice they were about the double rations.
Most considerate. There's only one thing wanting to make us thoroughly comfortable.
What's that?
The dear little wives we left behind us 3 months ago.
Ah, yes. It is dull without female society. We can do without everything else, but we cannot do without that.
And if we have that in perfection, we have everything. There's only one recipe for perfect happiness. Take a pair of sparkling eyes, hidden ever and anon in a merciful eclipse. Do not heed their mild surprise, having passed the Rubicon. Take a pair of rosy lips. Take a figure trimly planned, such as admiration wants. Be particular in this. Take a pretty little hand, flit with dainty fingerets. Press it, in parenthesis. Take all these, you lucky man. Take and keep them if you can, if you can. Take all these, you lucky man. Take and keep them if you can, if you can. Take a pretty little cart, quite a miniature affair, hung about with trellised vine. Furnish it upon the spot with the treasures rich and rare I've endeavored to define. Live to love and love to live, you will ripen at your ease, going on the sunny side, with nothing more to give. You're a dainty man to please. If you're not satisfied, not satisfied, take my counsel, happy man, act upon it if you can, if you can. Take my counsel, happy man, act upon it if you can, if you can. Take my counsel, happy man, act upon it if you can, if you can, if you can. Act upon it if you can, happy man, if you can.
me? Are you fond of raining? How's the food? What's the wages? Does your new employment busy? How does royalizing strike you? Is it difficult or easy? Do you think your subjects like you? I am anxious to elicit. Is it bleeding? Is it stealing? And altogether, is it better fun than Gondolieri? We shall both go on requesting till you tell us never doubt it. Everything is interesting. Tell us all about it.
We shall both go on requesting till you tell them never doubt it. Everything is interesting. Tell us all about it.
Is the populace exacting? Do they keep you at a distance? All unaided are you acting? Or do they provide assistance? When you're busy, have you got to get up early in the morning? If you do what you ought not to do, they give the usual warning. With a horse do they equip you? Lots of trumpeting and drumming. Do the royal treatment tip you with the livery becoming? Does your human being in a feed on everything that's nice? Do they give you wine for dinner? Peaches, sugar plums and ices. We shall both go on requesting till you tell us never doubt it. Everything is interesting. Tell us all about it.
We shall both go on requesting till you tell them never doubt it. Everything is interesting. Tell us all about it. We shall both go on requesting till you tell them never doubt it. Everything is interesting. Tell us all about it. Everything is interesting. Tell us all about it.
Delightful surprise, this is.
Yes, we thought you'd like it. You see, it was like this. After you left, we both felt very dull and mopey, and the days crawled by, and you never wrote. So at last I said to Janetta, I can't stand this any longer. Those two poor monarchs haven't got anybody to sew on their buttons, or mend their stockings, or patch their clothes. At least I hope they haven't. And so I said to Janetta, why don't we go and see how they're all getting along? And she said, done. And they all said, done. And we asked old Jacapo if we could borrow his boat. And he said, done. And, well, we crossed the sea and, thank goodness that's done. And, well, here we are. And I'm done. And now, which of you is king? And which of us is queen?
Now that we shan't know until nurse turns up. But never mind that. The question is, how are we going to celebrate the commencement of our honeymoons? Oh, gentlemen, will you allow us to offer you a magnificent banquet?
We will!
Thanks very much. And ladies, what do you say to a dance?
Oh, a banquet and a dance! It's too much happiness!
I saw a groom dancing. And a footman.
Oh yes, that's the Lord High.
Goodness me, a common little drummer boy.
No, that's the Lord High drummer boy.
But surely the servants' hall is the place for these gentry.
Dear me, no. We've appropriated the servants' hall. It's now the royal apartments. And accessible only by tickets obtainable at the Lord Chamberlain's office.
Yes, we really must have some place we can call our own.
Gentlemen, I'm afraid I'm not quite up to the intellectual pressure of this conversation.
You see, the monarchy has been remodeled on republican principles.
What?
All departments rank equally, and everyone is the head of his department.
I see.
I'm afraid you're not.
No, I won't say that. Not quite what I expected.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry.
Oh my.
By the by, can we offer you anything after your journey? A plate of macaroni and a rusk?
Oh, perhaps some wine and cheese.
Obliged to be careful.
Yes, count, you see. Now, gentlemen. Ooh. In every court, there are distinctions, and they must be obeyed.
They do they?
Of course. I mean, for example, you wouldn't have a Lord High Chancellor play leapfrog with his own cook.
Why not?
Why not? Oh, because the Lord High Chancellor is a personage of great dignity, who should never, under any circumstances, place himself in the position of being told to tuck in his tuppenny. Oh, sickening. Except by a nobleman of his own rank, of course. Now, a Lord High Archbishop may tell a Lord High Chancellor to tuck in his tuppenny. But certainly not a cook, gentlemen. Certainly not a cook.
Not even a Lord High cook?
My young friend, that is a rank that is not recognised at the Lord Chamberlain's office. No, it won't do at all. I will give you an instance in which the experiment was tried. So gather round. There lived a king, as I've been told, in the wonder-working days of old, but not so twice as good as gold, and 20 times as mellow. Good temper triumphed in his face, and in his heart he found a place for all the erring human race, and every wretched fellow. When he had relished wine to drink, it made him very sad to think that some drunkard or that drink must be content with toddy. With toddy must be content with toddy. He wished all men as rich as he, and he was rich as he could be. So to the top of every tree promoted everybody. Now that's the kind of king for me, who wished all men as rich as he. So to the top of every tree promoted everybody. Lord Chancellors were cheap as sprats, and bishops in their shuffle hats, plentiful as tabby cats in point of fact to many. Archbishops all cropped up like eggplant ministers, and such as they, who like asparagus in May, and books were 3 a penny. On every side the marshals with small beer, one lord's lieutenant, without a rosy ocean team around his white dominions. With admirals around his white dominions. And party leaders you might meet in 2s and 3s on every street, retaining with no little heat their various opinions. Now that's a sight you couldn't meet, 2 party leaders in each street, retaining with no little heat their various opinions. That king, although no one denies his heart was of abnormal size, yet he'd have acted otherwise if he had been a cuter. The end is easily foretold when every blessed thing you hold is made of silver or of gold. You long for simple pewter when you have nothing else to wear but cloth of gold and satin thread. For cloth of gold you cease to care, of course, the price of shoddy. Of shoddy, of course, the price of shoddy. Short then no one's anybody.
Now that's as plain can be. To this conclusion we agree. When everyone is somebody, then no one's anybody.
Gentlemen, I have some important news to communicate. His Grace, the Duke of Placitorum, Her Grace, the Duchess, and the beautiful daughter Casilda. I say, the beautiful daughter Casilda,
We heard you.
have arrived at Barataria and will be here at any moment.
Well, the Duke and Duchess are nothing to us.
Oh, the daughter, the beautiful daughter, the beautiful daughter. You're a lucky dog, one of you.
I think you're a very incomprehensible old gentleman.
Not a bit. I will explain. Many years... Hurry up. Many years ago, when you, whichever you are, were a baby, you, whichever you are, were married to a little girl who has grown up to be the most beautiful young woman in Spain. And this little girl will be here soon to claim you, whichever you are, in about half an hour. And I congratulate that one, whichever it is, with all my heart.
Married with a baby?
But we were married 3 months ago.
Ah, one of you, only one. The other is an unintentional bigamist.
Well, upon my word!
Who are these young people?
Who are we? Why, they're wives, of course. We've just arrived.
Their wives, goodness gracious, this complicates matters. Dear, what will Her Majesty say?
Do you mean to say that one of these monarchs was already married, and that neither of us shall be a queen?
That is the idea I intended to communicate, yes.
Tessa, my dear child.
Little me! Perhaps it's you! My poor little me! Don't! Who knows whose husband you are? And then, why didn't you tell us about all this before they left Venice?
Because if I did, no earthly temptation would have persuaded these young gentlemen to leave two extremely fascinating and irresistible young ladies.
There's something in that.
I may mention, but you will not be kept long in suspense, for the old lady who nursed the royal child is at present in the torture chamber, waiting for me to interrogate her.
Poor old girl. Hadn't you better go and put her out of her suspense?
No. She's all right. She has all the illustrated papers. All right, I'll go and interrogate her. And in the meantime, suggest the absolute propriety of you regarding yourselves as single young ladies. Good evening!
Well, here's a pleasant state of things.
Delightful. One of us is married to 2 young ladies and no one knows which, and the other of us is married to 1 young lady whom nobody can identify.
One of us is married to one of you, and the other is married to nobody. But which of us is married to which of you? And what's to become of the other?
It's quite simple. Observe. 2 husbands have managed to acquire 3 wives. 3 wives, 2 husbands. That's 2/3 of a husband to each wife.
Oh, Mount Vesuvius! Here we are in arithmetic. My good sir, one can't marry a vulgar fraction.
You've no right to call me a vulgar fraction.
We are getting rather mixed. The situation is entangled. Let's try and comb it out.
In a contemplative fashion and a tranquil frame of mind, free from
and nice, though her charms are overrated, still I own she's rather nice.
I to Tessa willy-nilly, all at once a victim fell. She is what is called a silly, still she answers pretty well. She's a silly, still she answers pretty well.
Now when you are pretty, baby, someone married us, that's clear.
And if I could catch her and pinch her and scratch her and send her away with a flea,
even that young lady married to receive her can't refuse.
if I overtake her, I'll warrant I'll make her to shake in her aristocrat. If she's married to Giuseppe, you and he would have to part. If I'm doomed, I'll warrant she'll roam. I'll teach her to marry the man of my heart. If she married Messer you're a spinster. No matter if I could get out of it, doubt if her mother would know her again. I'm devoted, I warrant she'll roam. I'll teach her to marry the man of my heart. I'm devoted, I warrant she'll roam. I'll teach her to marry the man of my heart.
She's a silly, she answers pretty well. Quiet calm deliberation disentangles every knot.
Circumstances of his marriage are ascertained, he will ipso facto boil down to a single individual. thus presenting a unique instance of somebody who becomes both a married man and a single man by the same operation.
I have known instances in which the characteristics of both conditions have existed concurrently in the same individual.
He couldn't have been a Calzatoro, though.
Oh, couldn't he, though?
Well, whatever happens, I shall, of course, be a dutiful wife, but I cannot love my husband.
Oh, I don't know. It's quite extraordinary what unprepossessing people one can love if one puts one's mind to it.
My dear, that remark is a little hard, I think. Somewhat cruel, perhaps. Rather uncalled for, I venture to suggest.
It was very difficult, my dear, but I said to myself, that man is a duke, and I will love him. Several of my relations bet me I couldn't, but I did so. Desperately.
On the day when I was wedded to your admirable sire, I acknowledge that I dreaded an explosion of his eye. I was overcome with panic, for his temper was volcanic, and I didn't dare revolt, for I feared a thunderbolt. I was always very wary, for his fury was ecstatic, his refined vocabulary most unpleasantly emphatic. To the thunder of this Tartar, I knocked under like a martyr. When intensely he was fuming, I was gently unassuming. When reviling me completely, I was smiling very sweetly. I was smiling very sweetly, very sweetly. Giving him the very best and getting back the very worst. That is how I tried to tame your great progenitor at first. Giving him the very best and getting back the very worst. That is how I tried to tame your great
Now, my dear, that's quite enough, I think.
But I found that a reliance on my threatening appearance, and a resolute defiance of parental interference, and a gentle intimation of my firm determination to see what I could do to be wife and husband too, was the only thing required for to make his temper supple, and you couldn't have desired a more reciprocating couple, ever willing to be wooing. We were billing, we were cooing. When I nearly from him parted, we were nearly broken-hearted. When in sick we were reunited, we were equally delighted. We were equally delighted, delighted. So with double-shotting guns and colours nailed to the mast, I came to insignificant progenitor of us. So with double-shotting guns and colours nailed to the mast, I came to insignificant
the young lady one of us married.
Gentlemen, I am the most obedient servant of one of you. Oh, Louise!
I am now about to address myself to the gentleman with my daughter married. The other gentleman may allow his attention to wander if he likes, for what I am about to say does not concern him. Sir, you will find in my daughter a combination of excellences that you would seek in vain in any young lady who had not the good fortune to be my daughter. Now, at present there is some little doubt as to which of you is the attentive gentleman. and which is allowing his attention to wander. But when that doubt is solved, I shall say, still addressing the attentive gentleman, take her, and may she make you happier than her mother made me.
Sir!
If possible. And now there is another matter to which I think I am entitled to take exception. I come here in state with her Grace the Duchess and her Majesty, my daughter. And what do I find? Do I find, for example, a guard of honour to meet me? No.
No.
Do I see the town illuminated? No.
No.
Refreshments provided? No.
No.
A royal salute to my daughter? No.
No.
The bell set ringing?
No.
Yes, one. The visitor's bell, and I rang it myself. It is not enough. It is not enough.
Well, upon my honour, I'm very sorry, but you see, I was raised on a gondola, and my ideas of politeness are confined to taking off my cap to my passengers when they tip me.
Well, it's all very well in its way, but it's not enough.
Well, I'll take off anything else in reason.
A royal salute, my daughter. It costs so little.
Papa, I don't want a salute.
My dear sir, as soon as we know which of us two is entitled to take that liberty, she'll have as many salutes as she likes.
As for guards of honour and triumphal arches and such, you don't know our people. They wouldn't stand it.
They're very offhand with us, very offhand indeed.
But you mustn't allow that. You must keep your court in proper order. You should impress them with your importance. You must have deportment, carriage.
Oh, we've got a carriage.
No. Dignity, manners. You must have a good deal of this sort of thing. And a little of this sort of thing. And perhaps just a soupçon this sort of thing. Oh, it's very useful and most effective. Listen, I am a courtier, you are a king. Very good.
About to kiss your hand, try to combine a pose imperious with a demeanor nobly bland.
Let us combine a pose imperious with a demeanor nobly bland.
That if anything too unbending, too aggressively stiff and grand, now to be an extreme you're tending, don't be so deucedly condescending.
Now to the other extreme you're tending, don't be so dreadfully condescending.
How hard to make some noblemen see, at first if anything too unbending. Off we go to the other extreme, too unbendingly condescending.
Now a gavotte performs sedately, offer your hand with conscious pride. Take an attitude not too stately, still sufficiently dignified.
Now for an attitude not too stately, still sufficiently dignified.
Oncely, twicely, bow impressively over the line. Capital, you've brought it nicely. That is the style of thing precisely.
Capital, you've brought it nicely. That is the style of being precisely.
How sweet to learn a nobleman's praise. Capital both, we've got it nicely. Suppose
old birds have gone away and left the young chicks together. That's called tact.
It's incredibly awkward. Someone ought to explain to her how we are situated. It's not fair to the girl.
Yes, well, why don't you do it?
I'd rather not. You?
But I don't know what to say. Madam, we, that is to say, a few of us...
Gentlemen, I'm bound to listen to you, but it is right to tell you that not knowing I was married in infancy, I am over head and ears in love with somebody else.
Our case, exactly. We are over head and ears in love with someone else. In point of fact, with our wives.
Your wives? Then you're married.
It's not our fault.
We knew nothing about it. We are sisters of misfortune. My good girls, I don't blame you. Only before we go any further, we really should come to some kind of satisfactory arrangement, or else we shall get hopelessly complicated.
Here is the case of precedent, here a king and queen is hard. Ever since marriage was first invented, never was known a case so hard. I may be said to have been bisected by a profound catastrophe.
Through a calamity unexpected, I am divisible into three.
I may be said to have been bisected.
I am divisible into three. Through a calamity, I am divisible into three.
Oh, moralist, all, how can you call man to state of unity? An excellent husband, all bisected, not to divisible into three. Oh, moralist, all, how can you call marriage a state of unity? Oh, unity. Moralist, all, how can you call marriage a state of unity? Moralist, all, how can you call marriage a state of unity? Marriage a state of union true, when half of myself has married to birds on me.
Now let the loyal lieges gather round. The princess foster mother has been found. She will declare to a silver clarion sound the rightful king. Let him forthwith be crowned.
Speak, woman, speak.
We're all attention.
News we seek, this moment mention.
Foster mother,
He the king.
For this my brother.
Speak, woman, speak. Speak, woman, speak.
The royal prince was by the king entrusted to my fond care, ere I grew old and crusty. When traitors came to steal his son reputed, my own small boy I deftly substituted. The villains fell into the trap completely. I stole the prince away, still sleeping sweetly. I called him son with pardonable slyness. His name, Louis. Behold his royal highness.
Is this gift we receive, with sentiments conflicting, our hearts rejoice and grieve, each other contradicting. To those whom we adore, we can be reunited on one point rather sore, but on the whole delighted. When others claimed thy dainty hand, I waited, but that's our forgetty, it's quite honorary, the trade that we ply. For gallantry noted, since we were short-coated, to beauty devoted, a Marco and I. When morning is breaking, our couch is forsaking, to greet their awaking, with carols we come. At summer's day nooning, when weary lagooning, our mandolins tuning, we lazily thrum. Our mandolins tuning, we lazily thrum. Our mandolins tuning, we lazily thrum. Here Gondolieri, gondolieri, tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la. Gondolieri, gondolieri, tra-la-la-la-la, 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 tra-la-la-la.